Greetings from the Guild, gamers. I'm Guildmaster Jason. Welcome to Sample Saturday. This Sample Saturday has been a few weeks in the making. So this story is about a Christmas-themed evil one-shot that me and a few of the other guild members and guild leaders played in. Now, guild leader Larry Hughes was the dungeon master for this, and we started about a week or so before Christmas, so at the time the Christmas theme was appropriate. However, this one-shot ended up turning into a three-shot, so we actually finished it up like just last week. So for this one-shot slash three-shot, I played a Dragonborn rogue by the name of Craven Quickfinger. Guild leader Bailey, my fiance, played Janelladon, the human paladin. Guild leader Ashley, Larry's fiance, played Zarlia Starleen, the high elf sorcerer. Guild member Kevin played Armin Durman, the high elf bard. And finally, guild member Popik played Ava Anastasia, the high elf wizard. So, our jolly little band of misfits came together to work for the Happy Toy and Tobacco Company. Now, our job was pretty straightforward. Basically, each year around Christmas time, sales for the Happy Toy and Tobacco Company would plummet because Santa Claus was delivering everybody presents for free, so nobody wanted to buy presents. So, of course, as this was an evil campaign, as I said in the beginning of the video, our job was to kill Santa Claus. So, after arming up at the nearby town and traveling through a portal, we found ourselves outside the gates of the North Pole. Now, outside of the gates were several snowmen, who appeared to look like just snowmen. But of course, as soon as we approached and tried to make our way through the gates, the snowmen animated and tried to stop us. The leader of the snowmen, of course, was none other than Frosty the Snowman himself. After defeating Frosty and his goons, we made our way through the gate. Here we found ourselves kind of just in this long, large, dark hallway, and at the end of this hallway we could see that the doors were already beginning to close. As we tried to dash through the hallway, we were quickly attacked by several flying pain deer. I would say you can't make this stuff up, but I guess someone did. So after defeating all the pain deer and making our way across this hallway, we found ourselves in this kind of small little enclosed area, almost like a tiny village, but with only 3 buildings. And we came in through one entrance. There's a pathway across this small little village, and at the other side you can see an exit to this small little village. However, the exit appears to be sealed by some sort of arcane means. To give you a quick recap of what happened in that area, I'll let Jason from the past take over. Take it away, Jason. In the first building, we found a gnome that was behind bars, candy cane bars that is, who explained to us that he was imprisoned here. After a little debating back and forth, we decided to set the gnome free and continued to the second house. In the second house, we found a large tray of cookies. Each of these cookies had different symbols on them. So upon eating one kind of cookie, all of our characters discovered 2 things. One, whenever we ate cookies with the snowman on them, our characters instinctually looked out the window and saw the crescent moon in the sky. Now, there were also cookies with the crescent moon on them, so it didn't take us long to decide to eat a moon cookie. Eventually, everybody in the party had eaten a moon cookie, and as far as we could tell, nothing had happened. Now, in-game, I don't know how long our characters stayed in this building, but in real time, we stayed here trying to figure out this riddle for a while. We knew there had to be some trick with this riddle that was going to unlock the next doorway so we could proceed. But as far as we could tell, nothing was happening, no matter how many cookies or which cookies we ate or what order we ate them in. Oh, also, some of the cookies exploded. So yeah, we were taking damage this whole time. Before long, all the moon cookies are gone. Still nothing happened. We ate the rest of the cookies, took the damage. What the hell? Nothing happened. At this point, we decided, wait a minute, maybe we still need to do something in the third building. So, we stepped outside of the second building, and upon stepping outside of the building, we realized that the phantasmal blockage of the doorway was now gone. Guys, I will not lie to you, I am not exaggerating this at all. Our characters solved that riddle. No, not our characters. Our players, us in real life, solved that riddle without realizing it and continued trying to solve it for literally over an hour. After we realized the riddle was solved, we were so excited about continuing, we completely forgot about the third building. So, after finally making it through the tiny village with the 3 buildings, we finally made it into Santa Claus's personal chambers. Now, this was essentially a huge circular chamber, which Santa Claus himself was sitting at the middle, and there were several tables kind of arranged all around him where gnomes were hard at work making toys. So, as assassins paid for a job, we immediately went on the attack. After a grueling battle that essentially consisted of Santa force-throwing gnomes at us, unleashing powerful spells like Fireball and Cone of Cold, and even taking complete mental control of some of our characters at different times. Oh, and Kraven may or may not have knocked over a stone table and killed a bunch of gnomes. Neither here nor there. At any rate, finally, we defeated Santa Claus. So after defeating Santa Claus, we saw this just dark energy spirit emerge from his hat. And this spirit took on a sentient form and essentially offered anyone who would take it a great and terrible power. Essentially what he was offering us was becoming the new Santa Claus. Now Kraven, ever the opportunist, decided that this power was something a lot greater than the measly little bit of gold he was getting offered for this job, and decided to take him up on that offer. Little did Kraven know taking on this power also meant losing complete control of his mental capabilities. Larry took my character sheet and tried to kill the party, essentially. Needless to say, that didn't work out well for Kraven. Rest in peace, Kraven Quickfinger. Now, it was at this point that the bard in the group realized that, wait a minute, we completely destroyed Santa's body, and now we have no proof of a job well done. However, he also realized that, much like the Continuum Transfunctioner, no one really knew what Santa Claus looked like. So he came up with the great idea of decapitating their once friend Kraven and providing his head as proof of that they killed Santa Claus. As for how that turned out for him, well, see for yourself.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on the head to make it look like Santa.
They don't know what Santa
They know
looks
what
like.
he looks like.
They didn't remember their names.
But
They met us.
They met us. They know.
They thought his name was Kevin.
They don't care.
The
But
receptionist stands up and rushes to the elevator door and closes the door and begins making
See,
its
don't
way
f*** it up. Now we gotta wait for the other elevator.
Well, I pressed the button.
Oh my
that's what I
god.
was trying to say right before we walk in the door. I cast Minor Illusion.
I told you not to tell me, tell them.
Tell them.
You yelled
You yelled it
in the
in
middle
the
of
lobby.
the lobby.
Yeah, you didn't whisper.
I was
nothing.
Minor Illusion on the head.
That's why I wasn't saying that
See,
to do
now-
right
now-
now. I
now-
meant to do this like right before we walked in the door.
Well,
I thought
it's
we
too
got
late
in
for
the
that.
elevator and went up.
No, we ain't
It's
been
too
there
late
yet.
for that. We've been in the lobby.
I
Can
thought
you let
they-
her retcon that? Because she thought she's being stupid?
The receptionist and Quentin has made his way out of the elevator back to the lobby floor.
I thought we got in the
Quit.
fucking lobby. We were
Yes.
out of the lobby and got into the elevator
killed
already.
Santa.
Congratulations, thank you very much.
No, those are rest of money.
The rest of the money was on contingent that you could bring proof that you have killed Santa.
Santa's head.
Isn't that
I'm gonna use persuasion to persuade him this is Santa's head.
Roll persuasion.
I thought she casted Minor Illusion.
She casted Minor Illusion
After she said that in the
loudly
lobby.
saying-
No, I thought you said
17.
proceed into the elevators. I thought we proceeded into the elevators and went up.
No,
We would still
she
be
told
with-
you to proceed. You
And
guys
we would
gotta be
still
like,
be with
we
the receptionist
proceed.
even
Oh
then.
my god, okay.
17.
17.
No, this is definitely Santa's head.
He looks at you.
Listen, this is Santa's head. There will be no delivery tomorrow. I promise you.
Thank you.
That's proof, right? Santa's head and no deliveries.
I'll tell you what, we'll keep it with the original money. If you stay here overnight, then maybe when we go through the morning, we'll see if there's been any deliveries. Trust me, this is inconvenience to us too. You could have just brought us a head.
I did.
Yeah, Santa's head.
He was Santa at one point in time.
So, you
Listen,
want me to believe
We
that...
showed up. Santa, evil,
Uh-huh,
killed him.
uh-huh,
Crown came off Santa's head.
uh-huh.
This fucker picked up Crown, took
Sir,
over Santa's
sir,
powers.
I'm a businessman. I have very strict terms. You got me the terms. I'm sorry.
Took over Santa's powers. He was Santa.
Well, I really hope tomorrow morning there's no more, but I'm sorry. We had a deal.
If tomorrow morning there's no deliveries, do we get our money?
I go.
If you
find,
stay in Frosthold and come find me in the morning,
Put me in the nicest room.
Same.
I look
Pay for
at.
our room.
I want to find the gnome that I tipped before.
How the hell is he gonna help you?
gnome that you tipped.
Yeah, I tipped a gnome when we were coming off the elevator. I'm gonna ask him if he can take us back to Santa's village, so I can take Santa's head off.
You want to talk to the elevator guy?
Yeah.
The brother of
What's
the
he
gnome
doing?
from Santa's village.
Should be in the elevator.
All right. Hey. All right.
This better be worth it.
All right. Can
She
you-
stays behind.
That's fine. Can you take me back to Santa's village?
Are you talking to the gnome now?
Yes.
You're not telling me kind of where it's at, but yeah, I think I can take it.
Okay. I need Santa's head. I'm going to decapitate him. Are you okay with that?
What's it to you? You kicked my friend. You gotta pay.
I tipped you. My friend kicked your friend. I tipped you.
That's in the
That's
devil's
it.
in the details.
30 gold.
I don't even make that in a week here. Take it.
For me and everyone in my party. Save
I will make you any object you want. Within reason.
Any object you want. A sparkling dagger!
Potion of raised dead. No sparkling dagger. Wait, he's freaking headless. Never mind, there ain't nothing bringing that back.
Oh, retcon that.
I put his head back up. Worked it, worked.
Staples. Like, can I borrow that?
Potion just coming
So
out of the
what
bottom of his
brings you?
head.
What brings you here?
Well,
What is it, my child?
to be honest, I was going to decapitate you and take your head.
Santa begins
But you're
quavering.
alive, so I won't do that. I'm not gonna do that. You're obviously taken over by a magical thing, and listen, we got paid to come here and kill you so that you couldn't deliver toys tomorrow because the happy-go-lucky. Listen, if you could, can you make bombs?
Oh.
Why was he nervous?
Pause for a second. Do bombs exist in D&D?
In my world, they do. Fire potions. Can I request a special delivery?
Deliveries are my forte.
You see, there's a man who wanted you dead. I don't like him much myself, but I was going to take his money, then kill him.
He pulls out a book. What is his name so I can add him to my naughty list?
Have his book. Quentin is his name.
Ah, Quentin.
The
Yeah.
CEO or whatever of the happy-go-lucky toy
Santa,
company.
you don't have to explain to me.
Now, he paid us to kill you. We killed you, and he's not accepting our reasoning.
I noticed the body.
I'll take that with me.
Okay, thank you. Thank
I'll
you.
take that.
The gnomes are quite freaked out.
I had to provide proof, and he was you for a minute, technically, with the
So why are you back?
Well, like I said, I was going to decapitate you, take your head back to him, but now that you're
So the original
alive...
plan didn't work. Gotcha.
No. Now that you're alive, I'm just going to ask you if you could deliver him, say, 8 gallons of Dragonfire potion in the morning.
Should I put it under his tree?
Under his bed.
But then he can use it because it's not set off.
Oh, don't worry. I have plans.
Okay.
We don't normally go in someone's bedroom.
Well, then if you could up it and
But
make enough
He
to...
tried to kill me.
If you could make enough to level his whole building...
I mean, anything is
just between
possible
me and
with
you,
a little
Santa.
imagination.
Just between me and you. I won't tell anyone.
I've heard of this Happy Joy Toy Company. They're not the best. They have smoking bears.
Yes.
I think we could work out a deal.
Alright. And one more thing. And I'm gonna secretly talk to Santa about a secret thing that I want for me.
Come sit on my lap, child.
I sit on Santa's lap.
Alright.
Yes, I would like a vorpal sword.
You guys have done me a great service. I could give you your Vorpal sword.
Thank you. Alright, and I kinda hunk
It'll
the
be
body.
under your tree tomorrow.
I kinda hunk the body over my shoulder. and I...
One of our gnomes will.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Where are we going?
The Happy Joy Toy Company.
With the body in your arm.
And we
You're on
reappear.
the front porch.
Alright. I walk in. Alright. All's done. We're good.
People look horrified. You've walked in with a headless body on your shoulder.
I go and pick up the head. Alright, everyone. To the tavern. What do you say? Yeah? Not you, Quinn.
Topic. Intimidation or persuasion, whatever you're trying to do to her to make her go get him.
Persuasion. 17 plus 7.
It's still going to be intimidation because you're holding a bow with a
Intimidation?
flaming arrow.
Yeah, I was about to say
Intimidation.
flaming arrow.
17 plus 5. 22.
She hurries quickly up the elevator, trying not to slip on the bloodstain still on the floor, and goes up to Quentin's office to quickly assure him that there is a strange man that she's seen a few times but doesn't care to know his name. He is in the lobby with a bow and flaming arrow yelling, "Quentin!" They both make their way down.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to be like right outside the doors, but the doors are open. Flaming barrels right where he would be coming out of the elevator.
So you've
I moved them.
roll strength.
Oh, they're big?
Barrel. Yeah, dude. Barrels.
10.
10?
-1.
You have slowly
Yeah,
been able to
So you didn't want
move.
any of our help. Okay.
You have only been able to move one barrel in front of the elevator at
That's
the
fine.
time.
That's fine.
The doors open, and Quentin and the receptionist both step out. Sir, what are you doing?
Yes, do you remember our deal?
Deal.
Yeah, the little Santa thing.
Ah, yes.
Off, and I draw back the bow and I shoot the barrel.
How close were you to this barrel?
So I assume like the doors are here, the lobby's here, like the elevator's
Yes.
here. So I'm a distance away.
Okay.
And as soon as I pull back and shoot and I see it's gonna hit, I bolt.
Okay.
I'll just make this a happy ending.
That's what I said. You should have just asked me. Or someone.
Nah, I just wanted there to be a big explosion and y'all be like, what happened? What's going on?
Okay.
Grabbing a ton of dice.
No, I'm gonna go to. A shocked look crosses his face as he slowly watches the arrow pass by him. It hits the dragon's fire barrel. A large explosion goes off, almost completely incinerating them at the quickness. A chain reaction goes and hits the barrels closest to the Christmas tree. The 4 of them ignite. As you are turning to run out the door, you do actually get burned on the back and take 12 damage.
Okay.
While making your way through the door, and you are actually blown out of the door, taking another 5 damage. As you fly from the door, you land hard in the street, smoke still coming from your body. You hear a few screams, and people run out, like maybe 2 people who were sitting in the lobby run out through the doors on fire. People in the streets have begun to take notice of the chaos that is going on. Some begin to run away, some begin to watch, and some begin going to find guards.
Okay. Alright, throw the short bow. I use disguise self to make myself.
Screaming, fear, panic,
Hey, I'm drinking as a direwolf because I
Yes.
never changed back. So we got that going.
and that is how Christmas Day goes for you. There's a little happy and cheer from the children who are able to get their presents. All kids seem to be happy.
Armin saved Christmas!
A few
And we're
families
drunk, so
have
we're happy.
unfortunately been destroyed because their father or brother or sister was in the Happy Joy Toy Company and was killed.
Do we hear people
Wow.
running by yelling what's going on?
They're in the tavern screaming about the attack that has happened.
We're all like,
You guys just
we're getting
nonchalant, sitting in the car having to sit.
We're used to it.
And that is the story of how 5 brave adventurers, which turned into 4, were able to save Wintermas and
I was gonna
destroy
say,
the Happy Joy
technically
Toy.
the one saved it and we just...
We just kind of sat around.
Yeah.
And that was
And you'll never know it was me!